nuclear bomb.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's the only thing. That's like this point, we too far gone.
That shit is crazy.
Why do you say that?
I just talked to a woman on the denuclearization board. She's trying to like get all these countries to stop making nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how real this shit is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
What do you mean? You didn't realize?
Like, I wasn't alive during the Cold War. I wasn't alive during the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't alive during any of these like major nuclear standoffs.
Yes.
So in my mind, it's like, yeah, there's some bombs.
And it's just based on somebody's stability as a human.
Yeah. Putin has sole power to launch any amount of nuclear warheads. I think they have 1,000, 1,500.
And if you're like, you know,
literally destroy the world.
There's been rumors that he's sick and stuff like that. So if you're at that
just
point,
keep saying that shit.
I don't know if he is or not, but if you get to a point where you like, you know what, man, fuck it, I'm about to be out anyway. Push the goddamn button. You just don't know what you don't know. Like that shit could really.
If he gets dementia or he starts losing his mind, who's going to be able to overthrow him in time? Theoretically.
Yeah.
Not that it will happen, but theoretically, he can just press that button before.
That's a situation on purpose. It could even just happen on accident. There's like all these stories of like Russian, you know, submarine dudes chilling with a nuclear warhead on the submarine, and then all of a sudden 3 of the guys have to all push the button to shoot the nuke, and they get a read on the radar like, oh, Russia's just been attacked by American missiles. We got to shoot the nuke back.
Hold on, explain that again.
This is a crazy story.
This is an insane story. This happened in like the 60s, 70s.
This is like an absolutely insane
And
story.
I'm going to kind of paraphrase. It's basically you have 3 Russian guys on a nuclear submarine.
Okay.
On the submarine, they have a nuclear warhead.
It's not a joke.
There's a real.
No, this is-
It's not. No one's
This
gonna be
is
gay.
insane.
At the end. No one's gonna be gay. There's nothing crazy.
3
gonna
Russian
happen.
guys are on a sub. Russian soldiers on a sub. There's a nuclear warhead on the sub that can launch the nuke from the sub.
Okay.
Okay?
And then they all of a sudden get a read on the radar that Russia's being attacked by an American nuclear bomb.
Okay.
And
The status quo is, if you are attacked.
If we get attacked, we have to
You gotta let
immediately
it fly.
counterstrike.
Yeah.
So 2 of the guys on the sub go, all right, we're getting the reading. We're gonna counterstrike. And the 3rd guy goes, I'm not doing it. And he goes, why? And he's like, we just have to wait. Let's just wait 30 minutes, an hour. Let's see if it hits, and then we'll counterstrike. So they wait 30 minutes, they phone up, and all of a sudden they realize that the reading they had on the radar was a faulty reading. There was no actual nuclear missile or any missile that was fired.
That guy saved humanity.
Yeah.
And nobody even knows his fucking name.
Crazy.
Shit.
And there's like 5 of those stories. There was also a nuclear weapon that was dropped in South Carolina.
Yeah.
What?
It landed in someone's backyard on
Is
accident.
that how you got like
tree.
this?
Wait a minute, tell me the
I knew
story.
the joke was coming. This never happened.
No,
I'm pretty sure in
And
South
dropped by
Carolina.
whom?
Like American forces. It was on an airplane. It accidentally fell in someone's backyard, didn't detonate, and it
Got
was just
caught in a tree, if I remember.
It's just
Oh
chilling.
my God.
South Carolina moss tree. I bet you it was a fucking moss tree, bro.
Bro.
I bet you it was a fucking moss tree that caught it.
Mars Bluff.
1958 Mars
What?
Bluff. Inadvertent release of a nuclear weapon from a United States
Holy
B-47
shit.
over Mars Bluff, South Carolina. The bomb.
I never even heard of Mars Bluff, South Carolina.
What year, Mark?
58.
1950 fucking 8, 20 years before
What
I
was
touched down.
happening geopolitically around the 58? You think that there was a false flag? They like tried to do a...
I like this.
I'm listening. I mean, what was
doesn't it
happening?
feel like
Korea?
some shit?
Was Korea happening?
No, Korea was
Could've
before
just
that. Korea was like
fell.
53, I think.
I don't know if nuclear bombs can just fall.
6 people were
Are you trying to
injured
say
by-
they was trying to bomb blacks in South Carolina?
No.
Is this Philly? Is this a block in Philly?
Exactly. What is this? Another
I'm saying, like, does
war?
America...
There's no
did,
Wall Street in Bluff.
did America want to get into a war or something and needed an excuse? And then they're like, oopsies, we dropped
That's kind of
this.
crazy that a nuclear weapon just dropped from the sky.
I don't believe this shit.
Yeah, I don't know. All of that shit is just.
Bro, how corn... Like, this
You can't just imagine us being incompetent. one
Yeah, I
time?
know.
Why is the LGBT
could've been a
topics
Boeing
on the
plane.
nuclear
Not-
weapon?
Yeah.
This is different. This is from an old search.
Oh, I'm like, what the fuck?
It happened again in 61 in North Carolina.
So what's up with the Carolinas? That
Special,
keeps
man.
happening?
They're trying to get us out of here because we special.
Maybe at bases or
especially.
There's a lot of military bases, and there's a bunch of military bases in North and South Carolina.
Hmm.
Like most people who are military brats have spent some time in South Carolina and North Carolina.
Bro, this shit is
Absolutely.
crazy. 7 countries got nuclear weapons, but a bunch of them have access to nuclear weapons, and they can get them from other countries and shit. Sweden just asked, like, requested for nuclear weapons from America. Like, yo, put some nuclear weapons over here.
Nah,
Annie
fuck.
Jacobson just wrote a whole book where basically she's like, let's say North Korea wants to start a war. They launch a bunch of nukes over it. We start nuking back over at them. All of a sudden, Russia's involved because they're an ally. So now they're going to start hitting Europe. There's fires everywhere. Nuclear winter happens, and then everyone dies of famine.
You want
That's
to know
why-
something crazy, Mark? You know, you just said Andy Jacobson. Guess who's directing that movie after Dune Messiah?
Who?
Denis Villeneuve. That's he optioned that. It's called Nuclear War by Annie Jacobson, which is like a ticking clock scenario of what would happen in nuclear war. And they've spoken to all those people about
I
like
don't need to see no shit.
all that plan. But that's
70 minutes.
that's real.
You
I
got
don't
70
wanna see no
minutes.
shit like
And
that.
then everybody's dead.
No, I mean, first, initially, a bunch of people die. You know,
Is it 70? Is it that long?
everyone in the cities dies within 70 minutes. And then within like a couple months after that, everyone in the middle of the country
Nuclear
dies.
fallout.
They're basically like, if you're like away from the equator, if you're like Australia, maybe Argentina, you might live. But everyone else is dying. And now we find all these billionaires are building bunkers in New Zealand.
The crazy part is,
And Hawaii.
and this is how you know America's so wild, right? For the past 5-6 months, it has been heavy talk of nuclear war.
Okay.
From different people. Putin said it's not off the table. Like everybody's talking about it and nobody gives a fuck. We're just going on about our day. Every fucking day. Like this isn't a possibility.
I also think people are just trying to top the next person, and that's really the last big dick swinging contest you could do at this point. Like, what more can you say besides like, yo, I got nukes. Remember, I got nukes.
Hey, remember when
Right.
a couple weeks ago 300 missiles were fired from Iran to Israel?
Oh my God.
You guys saw that happen. What if
brother.
that shit went well?
Doug
They
is
got
not
nukes.
wrong.
We're talking about nukes. We're not talking about
Who
like
has nukes?
rubber bands.
Yeah.
Whatever
Who
they
has
call
nukes?
that shit.
Israel has nukes and Iran could have
Yeah,
nukes within like
just
a
a
Doug's
bunch
not wrong.
That's a bunch of
Stupid.
firecrackers.
Wait a minute. What are you saying? Oh, you're saying that could have been nuclear war.
That could have started something.
I mean,
and by the way,
India, Pakistan, they got nukes.
I don't think Iran
That's
is,
the one that
but,
scares
but
me.
remember when
Iran
Russia
doesn't have nukes,
Remember
matter
when
of
the
They can have nukes.
listen?
They might be. I don't think they have it.
Remember
India,
when that
Pakistan,
thing
if anything
called
pops
like
off, it's us.
the former USSR came apart?
Yeah.
Do you know
think-
how much
Hold
random
on.
uranium and plutonium is in different parts of wherever the former countries were? Like where someone on the black market's going to find some uranium.
What Dove is saying
gonna
is-
make a
Who got the
dirty bomb.
vibranium though?
What do you think?
I'm just saying it's not all accounted for, and something like that could start that war. Pakistan, India,
Do you think?
we're close. Yes,
It's just a weird time right now, man.
Governments fall apart, anarchy. It'd be pretty crazy.
So
Be fine.
is this like an
This guy
argument?
said it'll be fun. Alex said it under his breath.
We're fine.
Oh, I thought
I
he
don't
said
think. Yeah, no.
what?
Yo,
I don't think nobody's pushing a button.
is this an
That's what you're
argument though for? Okay, if the world is this unstable, is this an argument for whoever's in power placing people in positions of power in foreign countries to maintain the stability? Like, if we all subscribe to this idea that at any point in time, nuclear war, and you have a potentially unstable leader, a Kim Jong-un or Kim Jong or something like that, to me, if the world is that vulnerable and then in 70 minutes everybody's dead, it is the most benevolent thing to do, which is get him the fuck out of there and then put some puppet in that you know at least isn't going to push the button.
If that's how we did it, yeah. But I just don't think we necessarily do it just when we're worried about it.
I agree. There's financial reasons, etc. But
In
you
theory,
could make the
if
argument if it's that vulnerable.
Kim Jong-un might need to go. Yeah.
But see, that's my thing. What happened? Remember, what happened to just taking people like that out?
that needs to come back.
I think about this all the time.
There used to be a time.
Yep.
We used to
People
have a
like that,
backbone
they
about
just
this
get,
shit.
just get them the fuck out of here.
Yeah, which
What are we
makes me
wasting time
feel like they can trust him. It makes me feel like he's a good bad guy. Hey, we need somebody out there. This is gonna pop shit.
You need a
about
foil.
Exactly.
You need somebody to keep everybody on their toes to make you think
Exactly.
some bad shit can happen.
Exactly.
But we really got him
When
in
was the
check.
last time we got somebody out of here? Because I feel like it's just been a while, and it makes me think we don't have it like that anymore.
What's a while?
Well, the
Gaddafi just got
some people,
No,
some
Iran.
people feel like that. Some people feel like the Iran president. There's some shaky shit there.
I thought it
I think
was.
that was an inside job.
Yeah, I thought it was the Cowboys and the Starboys. Apparently,
I think it's an inside job.
What the fuck the weekend got to do with this?
Explain
talking
them
about?
Cowboys and the Starboys.
No, the Cowboys are America and the Star Boys are the Jews. The star, the flag, you know.
okay.
But I think it was an inside job specifically because apparently they took the black box out of the helicopter like 2 weeks before. So why would there not be a black box in the president's helicopter? Also, I think all the helicopters are super old because
They're American, and to get the
there's
parts,
a boycott
there's a,
on American. There's a boycott on like military equipment
sanctions,
being
embargoes
sold
on
to
the
Iran.
American parts to replace.
So and then the other thing is I think that the supreme leader or whatever his name is,
Khamenei.
I think Khomeini wants his son to
Yes.
take over after him. But the fact is that the power is not necessarily split, but there are people who really love the president, apparently, from what I was reading, in Iran. And whenever there is a split of power or people who are following power, the way that you consolidate that is you get rid of the other person that's got some power.
Wow.
So it looks to me that
It looks
more
suspicious.
inside.
But then that wasn't us.
But all
we haven't done.
But
we need to do our
we
thing.
said somebody you said it was an inside job. Shows.
I don't know. That's what I
this-
read.
But all this shit is inside jobs.
Keep going. Keep going.
That's the whole point. You get somebody that people feel comfortable with and close to infiltrate and go get the job done.
Yeah.
Like it's no foreigners shooting American presidents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the presidents
Yeah.
who've been shot have
Yeah.
been shot by people who are here.
Yep.
Somebody got in their ear and corrupted them in some way, shape, or form.
So who are the leaders that we want switched up? Obviously Putin. But then here's the other thing about Putin.
All of them.
No.
Yeah, who do we want to die? Right?
We didn't say that.
Yo.
We said switched out.
Yo.
It's
So
a
here's the
difference.
thing.
Give him asylum in America, put him in the Hamptons.
No. Here's the thing. Not the Hamptons. Here's the thing about Putin. I don't even know if we want Putin switched out. Because if the military-industrial complex in America makes tons of money making weapons, right? We need someone to use those weapons on. Putin is nice. He's a nice foil. He's someone who's going to start a war. He's someone who's going to, or he's going to at least respond to our antagonization, right? So you need someone who responds. You don't need someone who bends over. If they bend over, we can't use the weapons.
I never
That's
thought about
valid,
that until you said
But
it.
a guy that's saying I'll send over the nukes if I need to,
Yeah.
that guy you don't want to fuck with. That guy you can switch out.
Logically, if you believe that he'll do it,
Maybe
I
he's
don't
just
think
talking.
exactly. I don't think we believe he'll do it. Think about what we're doing. We are supplying Ukraine with all the weapons. We're essentially the ones that are. I mean, it's American weapons that are killing
Now that
Russian
could
soldiers.
give him incentive to want to flip.
Of course, but
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fact that he doesn't
Yeah,
still.
and he knows where the weapons are coming from.
He knows where the
He's been
weapons are
them,
coming
yeah.
from. So maybe it's the perfect foil. Maybe he also has a military-industrial complex that he needs to supply weapons for or use weapons for. So he's liking the fact that this war is going on too. I don't know.
The thing about sending nukes is once he sends over nukes, we send over nukes, and that's
But we're
it.
not talking about
It's a wrap.
nukes. We're talking about what is the status quo. So far, we're the only ones that have sent nukes, and we've been in so many skirmishes, wars, conflicts, whatever you call, with the Russians. We're talking about back to Afghanistan, right, where nothing has happened, and we know that this is Russian weapons and American weapons combating. We're using proxies. This happened all
Yo,
over.
how do we know nukes even really exist?
No, we know.
There's
No, no,
quite
no,
a few
no.
Japanese people who are well.
I'm talking about now though. How do we know that they still exist? Because to Andrew's point, ain't nobody let one fly.
Son,
bro.
there was one in a fucking tree in South Carolina.
We don't know it didn't detonate.
South Carolina
It just conveniently didn't detonate.
I don't believe it.
Just
I don't believe the
conveniently
South
didn't
Carolina-
detonate.
Yeah,
Well, they do test them a lot.
They do test them.
Where?
Yeah,
Underground.
Marshall Islands.
Yeah.
What do you? What?
The fuck is the Marshall Islands?
The atolls.
Drake raps about it.
The Marshall Islands.
Bikini Island.
Yeah, Bikini Atoll is a big one. Yeah. No, Sean.
No. By the way, shout out to everybody who comes to the book signings trying to get me on these dick jokes. I have not forgotten, okay? They're still trying to get me on dick jokes.
No.
What's the best one?
None, because they use it. Like the dude tried to hit me with the tipper the other day. I'm like, come on, cut it out, bro. Like, cut it out. Yes. He out there in Coral Gables Saturday, he tried to hit me with the tipper.
I got hit with the Putin one the other day.
The Putin? But Putin can get you. Anything that can get like that, it can get you a little bit.
Putting his dick in your
Well, that can get you though. Because it can get you. But it can get you. Because we're talking about nuclear war.
Yeah.
What you think about Putin, bro?
Yeah. I'll show you something that will explode.
I'm just saying. Yeah, we're in crazy times, man.
Yeah, but also great times.
Yeah, that's the problem.
There really is.
It's both. More people got access to clean drinking water than ever.
We
You know
got
what I
air
mean?
conditioning.
We're living in the best time of human history.
Dude, air conditioning is awesome.
Less
Nah,
famine,
that's
starvation
fire.
globally
That
than
means
ever.
more than clean
Right.
drinking water.
We
yeah.
got black country singers, white rappers. Like
Yeah.
we got white golfers running over cops.
Yeah, India's got Wi-Fi. We get to see what they're
Indians
up to.
got Wi-Fi.
It's awesome over there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, shit is also fire. We could focus on all the negative, but we're not going back to any other time.
I guess that's the whole thing, right? All of this doesn't have to be negative if we just have conversations about it, right? Because a lot of us
honest conversation.
honest conversation. A lot of we just had an honest conversation.
Yeah.
What world leaders need to go?
They gotta
Who
go.
needs to motherfucking
They gotta
get it?
go.
And why they not doing this shit old school primitive style like they used to? Andrew brings up a fire point because they all in cahoots together.
They're useful.
Boom.
That's it. When they all have those conversations where
Son,
they go
but
meet
hold on,
up
you
and
could
Trump
switch out
walks in
Xi
front of
Jinping.
people and like shakes
Who
their
is
hands.
Xi Jinping?
You should switch out Xi
The-
Jinping. You
the
probably won't
Chinese
even
one.
tell the difference.
That's not a dick joke.
No. it's very racist. It's very racist, Joe.
We just let you out there.
But
I started itching.
I thought he was about to say the Gigi ping in your mouth. I'm like, what?
no. He's saying that you could switch out the Chinese leader and nobody would know if you just put another Chinese leader.
Stop having
The dick joke is so funny.
Yeah.
He's still trying to figure. He thinks
He
there's
doesn't
something
know
coming.
where it's going.
He thinks there's something coming.
Point is, they're all meeting up and they're all having the conversations.
It gotta be. That's why I never understood when people used to get upset when Trump used to go talk to these people. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Bro,
Aren't you supposed to go talk to Putin?
but now you know
Aren't you
that-
supposed to go talk to the leader of North
now
Korea?
you know that that's what the internet is
Fox
for.
News is gonna have a field day with
No,
that.
it's not even Fox. It's not
Yeah.
even-
What do you mean?
No, I'm saying like it's the internet is for people to be upset about
Yeah.
things, right? And there are little ecosystems. Like I used to feel when the internet, like at least internet media, like news media on the internet initially popped up, right? I was like, oh wow, there's going to be some truth and opportunity, and they're not beholden to the pharmaceutical companies, and they're not beholden to the military industrial complex, and because of that, you're going to see unfiltered truth, right? And now it's just like, oh, you're just as biased. You're just leaning into whatever you get clicks for.
Yeah.
Like this idea that the internet news is not an echo chamber
It's
that is
worse.
constantly you could make the argument
It's worse.
that it might. Okay, why do you think it's worse? Why do you think
Because
it's worse?
I respect you more if you getting a big ass check from a pharmaceutical company.
And if you getting YouTube ads,
YouTube ad fucking like
you
what the
gonna
fuck?
lie for YouTube ads?
You know what I'm saying? It's motherfuckers in debt right now because they just got on the internet and lied, got sued. Now they're in debt for the rest of their fucking life. I would rather you get the big check from the pharmaceutical company.
Yeah.
Get some shit that you can walk
Yo,
away from.
get fucking your ass for billions. Whoa.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like if Bowie's gonna fuck you
I
in the
had to think
ass,
about it.
better
Yeah,
Bowie
yeah.
fucks you in the ass
Yeah,
than the
yeah.
fucking what's an
Yeah.
AdSense that comes on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you gonna be
$10
fucked,
CPM.
you want
Yeah, like $10
You got-
generous,
yeah, yeah,
$4
yeah.
CPM.
You always got to think like you sitting around with your boys. Whether it's in the hood, whether you in Manhattan, when you going to play basketball, whatever that circle was, right? Remember when we all know that circle when you young, that circle that you crave the validation and you want them to give you your props. If they find out you got fucked in your ass,
Yeah.
you got to be able to say, I got paid $1 billion for it
It
though.
was Boeing.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, you got paid $1 billion to get fucked in the ass.
$1 billion. Yeah. And then like,
Still
yo,
gay, but yeah, I get it.
it ain't even gay at that point. It's like
Good business.
I
really.
want a loan.
It's good business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
And that's when you be like,
you know what you gotta do.
I give you $1 million.
You know what you gotta do.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta get it like I got it. Word up.
Ain't gonna be no loan forgiveness over here. I'm not the Biden administration. I'm coming to
That's
collect.
right. You gotta get it like I got it. Okay, I got $1 billion to get fucked in the ass. Let's negotiate.
Exactly.
That's all.
Yeah, you dirty ass. Your ass is dirty. You know what I mean?
That's all I'm
Way less.
saying.
So that is the thing that I've noticed. So maybe it's just indicative of like who we are as people. We're just gonna lean into where our bread is buttered, and it's gonna be very hard for there to be truth out there. It's gonna be very hard because a lot of times people aren't willing to take the hit for the truth.
Nobody cares about the truth when the lie's more entertaining. No.
Ooh, who said that? Who said that?
I said that in my first book.
Who said that before?
Also, it's the narrative.
It's not
right?
even when the lie's more entertaining. It's when the lie's more lucrative.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the truth when the
yeah.
lie's more lucrative.
When the lie's more lucrative.
And once you like
yeah.
understand the internet and you realize how easy it is to just get views and that kind of shit, and you like I'm very proud of us. Like we make an active choice. We're like, okay, we're gonna have some people on that we think are fun, but we're not gonna basically frame every single episode into things that we think are bullshit. There's a comedy podcast.
But you don't
at the end of the
know.
day. Oh, we know.
Not all the
There's
time.
a way to game this shit, and we choose not to do it. We choose not to do it.
But you would have to have like a fact checker, researcher sitting in studio right
No,
then and
I'm
there.
saying the opposite. I'm
Yeah.
saying we could go the extremist route.
Uh-huh.
All you gotta
And
do
we
is
could-
yell and have a really bad take about something, and that shit will go.
But so many people be right. We just think that they're not right because they're yelling, and we think, and the internet has told us that what they're saying is not true. I'm the type of person I gotta go research it myself.